Welcome to Nice to Meet You Podcast, episode 20. And we're actually back where I filmed my first ever podcast back in August last year with Sam Madden. We had venue issues getting this man, Costa, our special guest today, involved. So we actually had one and then it fell through. So I was like, right, how do we do a podcast? Like, I'm not cancelling it. Like, we need to do episode 20 with this man. And I thought, you know what, we'll take it back to the roots and go back to Lisburn, Wallace Park. So here we are. Costa's our special guest.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man, for coming down.
Brought it right to the roots, exactly.
Exactly. Got the canvas from the place in Belfast. You can check out in the last video, and it's worked out well. It's actually a nice wee setup.
Not a wind, wee bit of heat.
Plenty of dogs, shit as well.
Yeah.
I just stood in one before we got here.
That's how you have to get into the scene, lad.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. But to start us off, I've actually got something for you.
Right.
Let me get it. I want you to give us a tang cultchie review. Have you tried?
Getting the character here.
Oh my
god! I've never tried it.
Have you not tried it?
Oh, this is class, lad.
So I got you bottle. So give us a tang cultchie review of Prime from KSI and Logan Paul.
Right, I'll do it in tang cultchie character.
Tang cultchie character,
Right,
ice pop review, mate.
Hold on.
I haven't tried it as well. What do you think of the bottle?
Look class. I think I'd like it because I love Powerade, but sure, getting the character here. Right. It's hard to get it open there, so it is high. Hold on here. Ice pop, hydration.
Ice pop.
What's that, Prime?
That's meant to be ice lolly flavour.
Ice lollies? Aye, sure. I don't get no time off the yard to go eat out the freezer, hey.
That's actually not bad. That's actually alright.
It's lovely, there's a bit of cherry to that there.
Aye, flipping.
Holy by fuck, aye, that's some you.
BCA's in there, mate. Vitamins.
BCA's.
Electrolytes.
Leadrick. Jesus Christ. I spent some money on that there.
How much would you pay for it?
Ah, it's desperate, hey. What them young ones got to come out with next time? Who's that made that? Logan Paul and Kissy.
Kissy. Do you like Logan Paul and Kissy?
Oh, actually, I never heard of them before, but sure, they make the good juice, hey.
They make good stuff.
Yeah, they make good juice. I give that to the cows, hey. They'll be prime meat then, hey. That'll fix the sore legs.
Prime hydration makes prime meat, so shout out to the farmers out there.
Yeah. Well, right enough, that actually is really nice. I appreciate that.
No problem, mate. No
I'd be
problem.
seeing that in the shops and all, and I'd be like, I want it so much.
It's actually really nice. I haven't tried this flavour before, and I definitely wanted to bring you some because there was out of stock. I was like, what can I get this, man? And I knew someone that worked in a place that could get me it.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I'm sold out everywhere. I need Prime to give the Costa. Like, can you help me? And she sorted me out.
That's class. I actually really do like it.
Do you feel hydrated from it? Apparently that's what it does.
I actually do, yeah. I was afraid of my mouth getting a bit dry, but sure, we're alright now.
We're all good.
Now, Prime.
Oh, Prime, Kissy. 10 out of 10 from us. Get it bought, get Prime, get hydrated.
I had a football manager, his name was John Paul Logan, like, and now looking back at it, it's just Logan Paul John. Like.
Right enough. Like, the OG Logan Paul.
Yeah, like, I was just thinking that, like, after Logan Paul got famous, I was like, look, John Paul Logan, like Logan John Paul. Like.
I can't even say it the other way right. John Paul Logan.
John Paul Logan.
Paul Logan, Logan Paul John.
Logan Paul's just such a normal name now. You look at it, like.
I know.
Well,
before it was just like, nah, what is that? What is that name? But my first interaction with you ever was November last year. You stitched a video of mine.
Yeah, to be a slabber.
You remember that?
Yeah, to be a slabber.
Back when this man's slabbering everyone.
Yeah.
It was actually me on a podcast, and we were talking about the scene, the TikTok scene, and you were saying that there's no such thing as a scene. And you were actually really nice to me, to be fair. That I remember you wrote a really nice caption, and I commented, "Oh mate, appreciate that. We'll have to meet up sometime. Big love."
And this sit now.
And here we are now. What's your thoughts on the scene now then? Like, I know you still stand by that.
I actually asked about it last night on live, like, and I'm still not sure if there's a scene, because I know like Peter asked me about TikTokers, like, I only really know you and Geedy and Jay, John Devlin and Dylan and Jay Waters, like, who have followers, like, they're the only guys I really know still, like, you know what I mean, like there's nobody else who's really still even reached out to me, like, and like I've always seen your videos and always liked them and stuff, and like I just see you as the journalist, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing stuff like that, and me who studies journalism in uni, you know, I just see you doing the same craft. So I never, even that when back in the day when you were doing them, like, I just at the time was just like, it was just all like we were doing stuff with Geedy and just trying to wind and then just trying
Yeah.
to make comedy at the same time. But I just stitched that video. But even now, I don't think we're all doing enough stuff together to really make it a scene.
I agree.
I'm trying to get wrestling organised. I done wrestling years ago,
Wow.
and I'm trying to get it organised again. And I have a venue now for my local GAA club. But I just need to get a ring. If anyone seeing this can give me a wrestling ring, not a boxing ring, please.
Wrestling
I need a
ring.
wrestling ring. And everybody seems to be involved with it. Geedy and Jeff told them all about it, and that's all for raising money for our GAA club. And
Wow.
I think stuff like that would bring us more together.
Yeah.
Geedy's talked to me about doing a GAA match or football match to all people, creators and stuff and just stuff like that. I think would make more of a scene.
I agree. I don't think there's enough, and I'd flirted with the idea, and we haven't done it yet. And we've came close. We talked about doing a Tinder video, like Sidemen. You ever watch Sidemen Tinder? Because I think that'd be funny. Like, there's a guy from Macrophil. I think it's Oisin. You call him. He's like the Tinder guy.
Oisin McGovern.
Yeah. A funny guy. Like the likes of him, yourself, Donkey.
Yeah.
I even reached out to your man. Is Connell that does the videos. Sort of like
Con Doyle.
Aye, he uses the same video. Yeah,
he spoke to me a good little. He was a big supporter.
I've spoke to him about it, and he was up for it. I'm like, if you got a good collaboration, got a really good funny Tinder video, got girls that was up for a bit of a laugh, like that's when you're creating something.
Yeah.
But right now everyone's just sort of. I don't know. I like being in my own lane as well.
Yeah, that's the best way to be, Stefan. But you don't really want to limit yourself to one lane. Do you know what I mean? Like you have the ability to do a whole load of things because you're ingratiated in media, and the way I'm at the minute, I try to make it clear that I'm a character. I'm not the tang cultchie thing's a character, and I love doing it. But I'm not actually tang cultchie. Do you know what I mean? And then I try and do the GAA stuff, and it started with the influencer stuff. But you always have to try and keep it clear that you're not yourself in the one lane. So in the future you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? That's why I'm trying to. Once we do the wrestling, it's the King Costa character. That's the character who wrestles, and then you just bring that in, and then you've more and more stuff to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you can, there's the girls up in Belfast who run about girls I taught. I know Emma Smith. And she's really nice to me and stuff. And all the girls that do the Miss NI and stuff, they're all very nice to me. They would all love to be involved in stuff like that. Because they do stuff and they do their clothing videos and stuff and they do that. But I'm sure they would also love to be involved in comedy. And someone like me, I used to be much more in the clothes than I am now. But you're dressed real cool. I'm sure you'd love to be in the fashion. You're doing now. You know the collab you're doing with the street style.
Oh,
stuff.
DJK. Yes.
So you're branching out into fashion stuff there, and you're doing the stuff with ANI football and all that. You haven't really laned yourself.
That's true.
So them girls, and I know that me and Geedy need to do GAA videos together, and I think that he should break. He's really into GAA and he's good at it. And I think if he broke into that sort of stuff, then people would see him more as a real person and stop just trying to take the mick out of him.
Yeah.
And I think everybody should sort of do that, show your passion off, and then you'll get people who like that passion that like you more. You know what I mean?
Because you're showing that you're a real human being and you're not just this character the whole time, as you mentioned, the tang cultchie character. You've got hobbies, you've got things you like that are really niche. I really love Pokemon.
Yeah.
So imagine you just started making Pokemon videos just because you love it.
Yeah.
Well, you're actually creating content you love rather than creating content because it works.
Yeah. Well, I'm really into figures and collecting figures of the Joker tattoo, and so do you.
I know. Shout out! Look at that.
We both have a Joker tattoo.
That's mad. What does yours have a meaning?
I just love the Joker. I love Batman.
I always joke. So I've got Joker right, and it says the word love.
Yeah.
Loves a joke.
Well, I probably should have that, because I'm a comedian at this stage, so it probably should be that, but no, of that, and then of this. This is CM Punk's logo, a wrestler, a wrestler CM Punk, but he was straight edge, which means no drink, no drugs, which I am, so I'm straight edge as well. So it's a double kind of meaning,
Yeah, that's cool. I like that one.
Yeah, I got that a few months ago. I've only got them since this year, both of them.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's everyone goes to me, oh, you love to drink. I'm like, no, this literally means I don't drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and if I ever get low enough where it's pick up a beer, I've never ever have drunk, but if you ever get low enough, I have to pick it up with the right hand to see it, put it straight back down.
That's a handy technique. he's sorting future Costa out.
Yeah,
you're helping him out.
I really do. People always ask me why I do not drink. I actually don't know. I think it was when people were going to teenage discos and they were 14, and they were getting loaded. I thought I was too young then, and then it just evolved, and I had no interest ever in it. Do you know?
That's
what I mean?
fair. I didn't have drinking or I didn't have interest in drink, sorry, for a long time. I only started drinking when I was 21, 22. I'm 26 now.
Right.
I don't know why. I was a real Christian.
You look
like,
well for 26. I am 23.
Thank you.
You look about 20. I thought you were about 20.
No, I'm 26. But yeah, I was like Christian. Went to church a lot. Was like sort of just really following like the walk of God. I'd done an internship as a Sunday school teacher and all.
Yeah.
And I just was no need for drink in my life, really.
Yeah.
I was maybe too strict where you felt guilty. I would have felt guilty just lifting a pint, which there's nothing wrong in lifting a pint or drinking a glass of wine if you're a Christian. And right now I recognise that. Like, but it's whenever you're like really drunk and you're doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's when it is bad. So I've sort of like been drinking only for the past 4 or 5 years, but even now I wouldn't get drunk a lot.
Yeah.
Like very rarely you see me in a club getting drunk. Most of the time I'm making stupid content and doing interviews and all that. But I just know, mate, see, whenever I'm drunk I could just say something really stupid or do something and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then you wake up with a fear, like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
That's what, when I'm from Cultchie, there's a lot of Christians and there's a lot of people like that as well, and like I'm friends and all, but there's ones like the fishermen like up in Cultchie, like they get at it, like but they party, like, but they're
It's
all
a sesh,
good
like,
mates,
isn't it?
yeah, like,
Aye.
but like all my mates and all, like they all drink, and I just drive them about to and fro. You know, I kind of look after them, but like they help me make every video, like, so like I
cool.
do, you know what I mean? We're all the same. And my Snapchats, like my whole career with this stuff kind of started on Snapchat when I was about 14, just posting everything, like, you know, them sort of people that post everything, but I tried to make it funny all the time, you know what I mean? Like, I was just the silliest. I used to just videos of my dog Ollie, that, and videos of my cat, and just talking to them and just talking shite, and then eventually rolled into a load of stuff, and it never grew because you're on Snapchat, and it never grew, you know what I mean? And then that's when I started TikTok.
Then
really,
TikTok came along.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're doing well. And the video you stitched, it was about the Vava Awards that I had. We were chatting specifically about at the time, and they're coming up again. Have you been asked to go to any lunch parties or no?
I got asked to go to there was an influencer one up in Belfast last month, and it was like it wasn't Be Perfect, like, it was Geedy and all were at it.
Oh, probably.
It was like a pink thing. Like,
Inspiring Belfast,
Inspiring
probably.
Belfast, that's who it was. And I was in Liverpool, so I couldn't go. Like.
Fair.
But like, I was in uni, but I couldn't go. But that's the only thing I've been invited to. Like,
No awards are coming up or nothing. You haven't been invited to.
Well, I was invited to Miss NI by people that were in it, but it was on my birthday. It was on 22nd of May,
cool.
So I couldn't go. And then, but that's the only things. Like, but the Miss NI, I don't think I got invited for my things. It's because my was talking to Evie Judge, who was one of the main candidates for it at the time. Who's a big massive supporter. So
that's cool.
Shout out to Evie, like, but that's all I've been invited to. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. It's like I'm this real person, like, and I probably am media trained because of journalism, like. So like I'm not that rash. Do you know what I mean? I can come to your things and I won't be in the brown boots. Like, you know what I mean?
I think when people meet you, they wouldn't say that. Yeah. I actually think you're really creative, and I love your storytelling in the videos. I love the guy one about giving out the awards and you give it to the same your song, like that one was funny as fuck. Like,
see, that's the main. Like, I'm glad that you recognise that, because every video, like, other than the ones of us, just, you know, you ever see the ones of me driving with the arm out the window? Like, they're the only ones that aren't a story. The rest of them are all a story. They're all like wee minute long things, and like I wish I could make things a half an hour long, but I can't because TikTok likes it kind of under a minute, like, or 2 minutes, like. But like I like that, like being able to tell a wee story in every single video, like.
No, I can see it in you, mate. I think you're really good at it. I think you're funny. Yeah. I think you've really got comedy nailed. You've got storytelling nailed, and it's very like, you know, like Jack Joseph that you would maybe see from across the water, and Donkey's starting to probably do it a bit more now. Maybe he's always done it, but people like that, like, we need people like that, because like that's how you break into like doing long form.
That's what I'm trying to break into acting, like. You know, I wouldn't mind that, like.
Oh, sneezing everywhere.
Is your hay fever acting up?
Big time.
I had it yesterday and the other day as well. I was at the John McGee Cup final, mid-Ulster Cup final the other day, and it was acting up big time. But no, I would love
dying on the pod here. But yes, the awards, mate. Who would you nominate or vote for someone? Is there anyone out there that you think they deserve an award? Because they are coming up at the minute.
Award for what? Let us think.
I don't know what are categories, like maybe like best creator or best breakthrough creator or most
best breakthrough is me, like.
100%, mate. You're what, 30k now?
I'm just about hopefully hit 30k by Friday, because we have a hot tub at the house, I like an excuse to get paid.
That would be a good excuse to party and celebrate.
No. But I'm not even being. No, we've done well. Life has changed a lot. Like, but I don't know. See, that's what I mean. I still don't see that many people, like that many creators, like you know, like other than people I actually know. Do you know what I mean? Like I watch your stuff and like I think, like when did you start this podcast? August.
August last year. Yeah.
Like you do this and you get these guests on and everything's so funny, like, and you see the clips and they're so much fun. Like, and I wish I could be in the barbershop, but also
I know.
couldn't be bothered driving the Ballymena and all that. You know,
I don't blame you. It's a long drive.
I know it's a long drive, like, but maybe some Thursday I'll get up with my dad and go to the Caltchie and call India. But like,
100%.
the like the stuff that you do is really fun and interesting, and then like even the stuff that Geedy and Jed does, like I think they edit their videos well and they go out and actually do things. Like you know, like whole load of my videos are like seeing I've only worn the tang cultchie outfit 5 times, like, and I've made about 30 videos out of it. Like we just record everything at once. Yeah. So like they actually go and do things. Like I don't. Like, I go and sit down in Newcastle in car park. Like right, guys, get out and video this here. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But I do think of the things, but we improv it all.
You put the creative in there, the creative input.
I just put the idea in, and then I improv it all, and then guys kind of roll it back with me. Like, but it would probably be like I still think Geedy and Jed. I think John Devlin's really good. I think his
he's so
really
funny, man.
Like, and he's a really good lad. Like, and it would probably just be them. Like, I don't like. There's one guy I done thought was funny. He does the prank calls. I only started seeing him like last week. I think his name's Darragh as well, Daire. But he done like prank calls. I remember he got like sacked from Urban Outfitters and made a video on it. Like,
wow, I don't think I've seen it yet.
I've seen him. I think he's doing all right. Like followers wise, probably way more than me. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what other creators. You would know them better than I would. Like.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really looked at what the awards sort of entails. I know they're coming up.
Yeah.
And like I've been invited to a few launch parties, but I haven't actually went.
No, I would love to go to lunch parties, like, but a few of my mates can't go to parties in Belfast. We went to Jed's birthday party, and there was only a few of us came home from it.
Really?
A few guys left in Belfast.
Oh.
That was the last time we were out in Belfast. Like, that was the first time I was ever out in Belfast.
And it was the last time as well.
It was the last time, but I did enjoy it. It was really good fun. Like,
I'm sure. Ollie's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Ollie's.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, it was. Jed went away. Geedy was out in the smoking area the whole night because he was racked. He said like, and then Jed like 12 o'clock was up dancing and we were up on the stage together like, and then he just despawned for about an hour and a half and I was like right. I was like right, this is my point now. Like.
My time.
Yeah, like, but no, it was good. That was good meeting him. It was good squashing it, like, because like we've spoke about it, like there was times.
Was it getting out of hand, really?
It was getting out of hand, but it was more people. It was more other people made it get out of hand. You know what I mean? Like people like comment Litty comment constantly in his thing, and I was like, Litty's Travis Scott. Like it was all Travis Scott inspired. Like and like me and Guy both love Travis Scott. Like I'm probably he's in Dublin the 2nd of July. I might text Guy if he's going. I don't know if I'm going, but he probably will go. Like but like. It was all that sort of stuff, and like I was like, fuck it, I'll just rip the deck here, like, and I like wasn't even dressing. All the influencer was me going out on a night out, and then stitching or doing the video and voicing over and the voice like this here, man, like that, like. But I dressed in my own outfits. I did all my own things. I wasn't that different from myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people were like, "Oh my god, you hate Geedy, you hate Geedy." And then you heard people telling me things Geedy said about me, which probably didn't say that. And then it just got out of hand. And then I always spoke to Jed though, like. And but even then I still would let it go away and get big headed about it. But then I met him at the house one Wednesday, that Geedy didn't even know about it. Jed invited me up, and I surprised Geedy in the room, that complete jump scare. He probably shite himself. Like I was like, what the fuck? And me going in the full farmer fit, like. And we just got on really well. Like we did get on well, and I talked to Jed pretty often. I talked to Geedy too, like. And I talked to Geedy at the birthday for about 45 minutes, like, and we've way more in common than most other people, I think all us guys who are doing this sort of stuff, like, have more in common than really anyone else. Like,
I think in general, I think human beings just have more in common than we're led to believe. Like, we're led to believe we're different because skin colour's different, we vote different, we look different, but you're actually like so much more in common. Yeah. It makes you more connected, I think. Yeah. Well, in general.
With me and Geedy and all them guys, like, I always, like, when I was on lives and people asked me about them, I always knew that was like, guys, we probably have more in common than we do. And like, I was just like, I'm just rapping it out. And but like the influencer, it just turned into like everyone, like Olivia Neil, everyone. It wasn't. I always said that it wasn't exclusively Jed and Geedy. Like,
Yeah, no, you did to do it.
They got so much abuse from it, like, and I was like, and the joke ran its course really at the end of it. Like, I only really done 5 or 6 of them, like, and stopped it in like February. Like February, January, I was like, I can't say litty and dude and bro anymore with it being funny. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, it was ran its course.
I reinvented myself then, like, with the tang stuff, and I think the tang stuff's kind of life. Like, you can't die. You know what I mean?
It's like, good. It's not because you can do that story in so many different ways.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean? And
the tang culture is heavily inspired by my dad. Like, if you watch them videos, like, that's why my dad speaks. When my dad goes on, my dad wouldn't know what USB is. I did a video the other day with USB. He wouldn't know what USB is. Wouldn't know anything. Like. So that's who it is. Like he don't know how to work the internet or nothing. He does a wee bit now. Like, but like he
wouldn't even know how to post it.
He wouldn't know how to do nothing. He watches the video. He sees all the videos and he loves them. He shows them all his mates. Like, but it's just a bit inspired by just stupid things he does. But like, it's a whole load of other ones. Like everyone round home dresses like that and stuff. But like, they're not actually farmers. Like, and that's how it started. Like.
What about Olivia Neil? Yeah, you and her had a wee thing going on. She wasn't replying your Snapchat.
This is how. This is a world exclusive, right? See, everybody that asks me about that, there, I just say, in September we went out for a month. Never spoke to her in my life. Never, no reached out to me, nothing. I just seen the video and was like,
I thought it funny. The video was funny, like.
No, I did a few of them, like, and then
it's funny
because I like saying stuff like it's staying munch, calling everybody a munch, like, which was Ice Spice at the time. I was like, I think that's funny then, like, and I do call people munches all the time now, but that's the one that girls latched on to the most, and they all come up to me and was like, "Use a munch, Costa," like, and I'm like, I fucking am. But the things with Olivia Neil, like she never everybody she reached out to me. I'm sure she probably has seen them, like,
yeah, she probably has,
but like,
but she can't be seen to comment because that would fuel it more.
The thing is, they're so silly, like.
They're
like,
funny.
I'm sure she'll find them funny. Like,
she would.
Like, they're so silly. Like, and
she's done well, to be fair, for herself, hasn't she?
I know, she's popped up by time. Like,
she's done very, very well.
I was in London for her birthday at the start of May, like, and there was a big billboard above the cinema of her podcast. Like,
wow.
And I decided to get my ma to video it for 3 minutes. Like, for 3 minutes trying to catch it, come back up, and the billboard never come back up, because I was going to be like, oh my god, you follow me everywhere, Olivia. Like.
Oh, that would have been a good video for you, mate. That would have been such a video. Oh. No, that's cool. I also seen the video. Another one that I seen around the time you stitched mine, which I thought was really funny, was the one you were on the BBC. And the top table, and the girl was talking about porn being like, bad.
It was the topic was there was a time in 2019 where they were trying to introduce that people had to buy an ID from a shop, like an over 18 ID, to access over 18 websites like porn and stuff. And I knew that was never going to happen. I knew that they would never pass that. And basically I was just like, right, I'll just say that'll never happen, and I'll just rip the dick. You know what I mean? Because I was on the Stephen Nolan show a week before, just in the crowd, asked to be on it and asked to talk, and then I was put on top table because his assistant knew me, like, and asked her what I'll be on, like, and then this was years ago, like, and then I was on it and they were talking to me about porn, and I was like, right. And everybody always talks to me about it. It's just like, see, for years it was like, you talking about that old dirty stuff? And I was like, here, we've all seen it, hey. And then
don't you pretend you haven't?
Yeah, like, I was like, fuck, every no, you gotta say, I was gonna say there, hey. Nah, I was just like, they're never gonna ban porn, like. And then I was just like, sure, everybody sees it, like, you know what I mean? And then it's just because everybody sees porn, and like, they're not that many people are harmed, but like, there's people harmed by it, but there's people harmed by everything, and you can't just, there's no way the government were ever gonna be able to just stop everyone
police
from
it and
seeing
stuff,
police these things. And I was just like, no.
It's just too much.
And then the woman was arguing that, and I was like,
I've been about.
Yeah, I've been about that. I've been about, and I fuck been about. Like, I was 18 or 19 at the time. Fuck's sake, sitting in the house playing PlayStation 24/7, texting girls no interest in me. Like, still doing that now. No, that was the third snap in a row.
That was funny. On a serious note, like, getting to know Darragh, and not the culture of Costa character or tang culture character. What do you actually value?
I value a lot at this stage now. Like I value a lot of time with my friends. Like I value people who spend time with me. Like and stuff like that. And I think that's like being happy. Like just for years there. Like I've chased this. I don't know, creative stuff and successful stuff for years. Like I've been started writing music when I was 11 and wanted to be a rapper. Like and did music for years. Like and I kind of done well in Uri and Mourne. Like and I had a few shows and I was kind of known in Uri and Mourne. And I done wrestling and I was known, and then it died off. Like like had
I
this.
seen that you were very open about friends not supporting you, and
Yeah.
you went through a real like depressed
Yeah,
period.
I was to say the doctor. I got treated for depression when I was 20 or 21, and the doctors told me it was from I was 17 or 18. I thought that, and it was because I was constantly like chasing like. Oh my god, I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo. Like I just having fun, like be friends with me and stuff stuff like that. There, like and like I changed schools. Well, I went to St Coleman's in Uri when I was like 17 for this whole new life. Like, and I did get it. Like I got a lot of new friends. I got a lot of popularity from it. Like, and I felt like a real star in school. Like, but outside of it, there was still like there was a lot of girls at the time talked to me because they were like, oh, I was straight with Costa or I talked to Costa, but there was no interest in you. Like, and they would lead you on. That would really wreck my head. Like, it was always stuff with girls that would always wreck my head. Like, and then I would just I still overthink stuff. Like, but I would overthink too much and think, oh my god, I'm such a weirdo, or people don't like me, like, and stuff like that there, and it's a chronic type of thing. You never really. I think when you're in the creative mindset, like you're always overthinking stuff, like, and you're always overcritical of your actions and the actions of others and what they mean. And I think that all creatives have that side of them, the dark side, like, and it never really escapes. But like, it brings out more, like, because it used to be if I was ever in a bad situation, I just write songs about it, like, and then that would turn it positive. But then it got too much. Then I was just like, I'm not writing any more songs about this kind of stuff, and then it just got like I went to Liverpool. Like I got that head right, like. I wouldn't go to uni in Belfast because I didn't like how I thought people in Belfast would be like, oh, he's a weirdo, let's take the piss out of him, like, and and see me that way. And then I went to Liverpool in uni when I was uni in Liverpool when I was 21. I lived by myself. I still do live by myself over in Liverpool, like, just to get away from it all, like, like to clear my head, like. And this was before I had any TikTok or anything. Like I was that head right that I was just like, I know I need to go somewhere where nobody knows me, that, and I can just clear my head. And I did do that, and going to Liverpool was the best thing, and studying journalism was the best thing I ever done, like, because it gave me the opportunity to get away from everyone. I just go to Liverpool, go to the cinema all the time, just get engrossed in films and acting, and then right away come home out with my mates all the time, and then you go back half the year you're by yourself, half the year you're with other people, and it's a good happy medium, like.
Yeah.
But it's hard to manage. Like it's like I came back in September there, like October, I fell out with someone, and I was like, I can't sit in my head, and that's why I started TikTok. Like I just started making TikToks in my apartment in Liverpool, and now we're here. Like,
No, you're doing well, because where you came from, you wrote an album about the tragedy of trying.
Yeah.
And you were saying you were just trying to be, I don't know, successful or
Yeah.
happy, and you just couldn't.
But yeah, tragedy of trying was I always have it wrote. I still have it wrote, but I never.
It's not released.
These things I never recorded it. Like.
No.
But
so you've wrote songs, but you just never sing them and release them.
I've released songs for years, like, but Costa on Spotify, like CO$TA, like, but like that's the other thing, like. People can't find it because I left the dollar sign in it. Because I was always see when I was younger, I was like, Costa's me, Costa with the dollar sign's the rapper, and then King Costa's the wrestler. So I was still trying to separate characters back then.
Yes.
Like, but the tragedy of trying thing still happens today. Like it's like you get punished for trying. Do you know what I mean? Like people look at you like a weirdo for trying, and now like people give me grief for trying or treat you like a meme for trying, and it's like that's the tragedy of trying. Trying to be good to people. And then it just doesn't work out, and all you had was the best intentions at hand, and you get punished for it, like. And that was always a real problem I had, like. And them albums that I've wrote hundreds of songs, like, over the years, like, and just that was always my passion, was writing, like.
Yeah.
And it just told stories in them, and then the tragedy of trying was like trying to be like you had no success, and then I had a bit of success rapping and wrestling. I actually did, like. And then it went away, and then you kept trying to get it back, and it would go away, and it would go away, and then you just lost it all. But I've more.
It's hard though, because you're saying, like, you're trying obviously for success, for happiness, and then you got a bit, and then it goes away. What actually was success for you? Like, what did you define as success?
My songs had got like tens of thousands of streams on SoundCloud at the time and Spotify. But most of my audience was in America, and I couldn't capitalise on it because it was in here.
Yeah.
Because it was rap. I rap with an American accent. I don't rap with my own accent. And then, because I don't like my own accent, rapping it sounds silly. And then my success was like, right, songs were doing well and people know me when I go out. And then doing shows, like I'd done shows. I remember I'd done my first show when I was 17 in Darragh in Uri. I made £1,100 and I was like, holy fuck.
Jeez.
And £1,100 lasted me a year. That's how little money I spent. And it lasted me a year and I was like, this is it. Like, you know, as a 17-year-old doing a show, you know what I mean?
That's a lot of money for a 17-year-old. You're like,
yeah.
I think you're balling then.
And I was like, I live off this forever, you know what I mean? Like, and then done another show at one point and it wasn't as advertised much. I didn't made near £1,000, made a few £100 off of that. And I stood by, I enjoyed it more. So stuff like that was, and then I done another show and it completely flopped. And I was like, I'm never leaving the house again. Like.
Yeah.
That was a bad thing. Like did a show and.
How did it flop? Just.
It was it was like we had a load of buses organised and then they reached that. Well, it was. I actually don't care anymore, so I'll just say that. There was so. I don't. Like,
exclusive.
They can literally eat my ass. Like they're arseholes, so they are. Like done the show, and this is where my ma's family's from. Just outside Newry, and they had this big hall, and they were charging us £200 for it, and that's dead on. Like. Then we were organising buses, and we thought there'd be 300-400 at it, like there normally was. And then they, 6 days before the show, they were like, "This show is cancelled," and they wouldn't reply to our emails or nothing. And like, then we got it organised. We did a meeting with them, and they were like, "You're not allowed to bring buses to this town because of things that happened in the past and stuff, and all this here." And I was like, right. And then like just wanted the show to go on at this stage, and then they were like, oh, because you said there's so many people at it, which I told them in the first email there would be this many, like there'd be 300 or 400 people at it. They'd be like, we're charging £600 now. So it's left it 3 times, but when you're at that stage, you know the show must go on. Like, you know, 5 days before the show, we had posters all over Newry and more, and like it was like these really cool posters. Still have one, like, but like I actually have tickets in the car. I'll give you them after.
Yes, I want to go.
This is from 2019. Like, I found the tickets, but they're wee mini versions of the poster. You can take a photo and put them up, but they're cool. Like,
oh, that's cool.
And they're just like, and it just people couldn't get. You know what I mean? So and it was a wee town. People couldn't get on buses, and it just flopped. Oh. And I remember after I'd done the show, and I'd say there was about 100 people at it. Lucky, like, you know what I mean? And that's a quarter of it. Just about that, and we had all this light and sound and all got like we had to get all that stuff.
Are you paid for all that big show?
For all that, and then they fucked it over. Like, and of me, 19 at the time, you know what I mean? Like, you know, young fella from like families from that place, and they fucked me over. You know what I mean? And me and my brother, like my brother's my producer in 94. He's degree in music production. My brother Tiernan, like he makes and produces all my music. Like I just write it and perform, but like fucked us over, and we've never even expressed interest in doing a show since. You know what I mean? So that's the tragedy of trying in itself. There, like we tried to do a good show and give it back to the place that like my ma's family's from. Yeah. In Hilltown, and you know, they fucked us over, you know what I mean? Like, and never looked at doing a show since, you know. So
you gave up on trying in the music since then?
I gave up on music and a whole load of my mates didn't go to the show. They went to Quinn's in Newcastle, where I go all the time now, like, but they went there instead, and that fucked me over so much. I hated everyone for like a month. But in that time of hate, like, I realised it was like, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't be hateful to people, like, you know what I mean? And that was I suppose it was a good learning lesson in that, like, where it was like, I can't be hateful to people. And then after a month, I was like, right, that's alright. You know what I mean? I understand, like, but that did always annoy me, like, because I do the wrestling at my house. Like, I have a full wrestling ring in my garden, like build it, like a real wrestling ring. We would do it at my house on the main road. People just get off the bus and there would be like 150 people come to my house to watch the wrestling, but there would be then 1 or 2 people who were like your best friends in the world, and they would never come. And they would be like, and that was a real issue when I was young. Like, I was like, these people that are supposed to be your best friend in the world, no interest in supporting you, you know what I mean? And they just think you're weird, like, but they think you're funny, and they're good to run about with, like, them, like, but like, they never support your things, like, and that's the part of the whole tragedy of trying thing, where it's like, you have all these best mates, but sure they won't actually and like do anything with you now. Whereas the friend group I have now, who buys I make the videos with, like Ben Matthews, Colin Rooney and Cormac McComb, they do anything with me, you know what I mean? Like, and it took me years to find that, you know what I mean?
Because like, you do find that, especially when you start doing things you want to do and like your passion and maybe your own career, like you think you have friends that will like support you, share your page and stuff, and then it comes to it and like it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And they're just like they would share Beyonce's page
Yeah.
before yours,
And that's the it's just like,
and they don't know, like Beyonce doesn't know them.
I know that, and like I'd share Beyonce too. I went to see her. And there's another thing.
Oh, did you go see her?
I went to see her in 2016.
Oh, I
Croke
thought you
Park.
had seen recently there.
No,
She's touring at the minute.
We hear this. I bought tickets to Croke Park because I thought with mates were going to see her in Dublin. I love Beyonce anyway, like, but like I went to see her in Dublin, Croke Park, bought the tickets and all. I got pre-sale and all because I have Tidal, and then like I got them early. I said, right, everyone buy them. Went by myself, like.
Fair enough, man.
Went by myself to see Beyonce in Croke Park. It was lethal, like, but I was
Hey,
probably.
that takes serious confidence.
Yeah, I went to 3 concerts by myself, like.
That's
people
unreal.
just don't go that.
Seriously, mate, I admire that. Like, my girlfriend's like said to me before, like, imagine going to the cinema yourself, or imagine eating in a
I go to the
restaurant.
cinema by myself in Liverpool 4 times a week.
I love it. I love it, and I've always said, I'm like, see the man that goes to the cinema himself, and the man that sits in a restaurant himself and eats his food in peace, is a proper, quiet, confident man. Like,
Yeah, that's all came from being in Liverpool. I think you need that, like,
you do.
to be able
If
to.
you can't, I think if you can't do that, you need to audit yourself
Yeah.
and figure out why you can't. Because
Yeah.
there's something not right there.
If you can't sit with yourself in a while, then there's no point. Like even sitting just playing PlayStation and doing something like that, then you need to be able to sit down with yourself and sit in your own head and be comfortable with yourself. Like you don't need to be surrounded by people all the time. I'm surrounded by people when I'm home, but 6 months a year makes up for it when you're in Liverpool by yourself. Like I do be sitting in restaurants just with the headphones on, watch videos and watch football and watch MMA stuff like that. And that's just what I love doing, like, you know, and going to the cinema by myself and just engrossing myself in the film, and that's what got me into the acting, like, and you know, you have to look at them things now, like where I'm this age, and be like, if I hadn't have done that, then I wouldn't be where I'm at now, because I wouldn't be so into acting and performing and all. If it wasn't for wrestling, when I started watching wrestling, I was 8, music, rap music, and this, and films, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just where I'm at now.
What's the dream then? Is the dream acting?
I think at the minute it was
or
always
singing. I know singing's sort of not happening for you now, but
yeah, it was music forever. Like, it was music till I was about 21, and then I started going to cinema all the time and just really into acting. Like I was supposed to go to New York to do acting when I was 19, got into university, the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, but they were 30 grand a year, even with a scholarship.
Jeez.
So I didn't go, and I went to Liverpool, but. The dream was always rap music, like, and it might still be, but I just haven't done it in a while, like, and I will get back in there. It never goes away, like, but at the minute now it's acting, like, you know, to the biggest, wildest of dream now would be to, like, I don't know, be nominated for an Oscar, like, you know what I mean? Because do you know Paul Mescal, like?
Don't think I do.
He was in Normal People and stuff, and really he's an Irish actor from Kildare, and he got nominated for an Oscar, and he's only 27, and he's from Kildare, like, and Maynooth, like, and I met him over. He was performing on the West End. I went over to meet him in May. Like, he was doing Streetcar Named Desire, my favourite play. Like, and my ma took me over for my birthday, and I met him twice. And I was just like shitting myself. Like, and you probably know him, show him that. But he was just like so nice and stopped for everyone. And it was just like, you are Oscar nominated. Like, you have my dream. You know what I mean? Like,
that's sick, man.
And like for him to be only 27 and done it all in Dublin, like. It was crazy, like, so that's my dream now. Like, he really inspires me, and you don't see that many Irish actors, like, you know, to get that big. But this year,
Jamie Dornan's a big
Jamie
one.
Dornan, yeah, like he's Northern Irish, like, you know, like Colin Farr, Brendan Gleeson, Paul Mescal, Barry Keoghan. There's 4 of them, and there's really it. But they all got Oscar nominated this year, so which is crazy for Banshees of Inisherin and stuff. And it's just like, I remember ringing my ma once that them Oscar nominees came out, and it's just like, I had nobody else to talk to. I was like, Mummy, you don't realise how fucking big this is. 4 Irish actors, like, and Paul Mescal was in an independent film, like
that's sick.
He was in After Sun, and like it's literally the equivalent. After Sun was the equivalent of us guys making a film right now and giving it to some A24, and they just release it, but no big bag and independent, and it getting Oscar nominated for it. And I was like, it's such a big deal for somebody to do that, like, from Ireland. Like, I just thought it was class, and then I went and met him and just shit myself. I was like, thank you, Paul, you're such a big inspiration. He's like, thank you so much.
That's sick, man. It's a good dream, and you're already sort of doing that with your TikToks and just in a short form.
Yeah.
Like with the different sort of characters you mold yourself into.
Yeah.
Is that draining at all, doing that? Like, do you feel like you lose yourself doing that because you're putting up a front to do a character, or can you manage?
I can kind of manage. When I was younger and doing the wrestling, I was in the method acting, like, which was like you live the character and that's all you are.
Aye.
Like, and I did do that when I was
Like
wrestling.
you wake up first thing in the morning and you're like, boom.
Just what fight buys, like,
Yeah.
because you're a wrestler. And so that was a good thing though when I was wrestling, but I fell out with people over it because they thought I was actually mad at them, like, but I was acting, like, and like. All my best friends, like by Finn McElroy, plays for Down, and like I remember the first time I've wrestled ever done, it was with him, but he wouldn't do it, and I just really called him out, and I was a real dick to him, like, but like I was acting, like, but I couldn't tell anybody because the thing with wrestling is to blur the line between real and scripted, like, and I just wanted everyone to think it was real, and
Yeah.
So, but then
I think everybody had that sort of dream, like there's a bee.
float that
I'm
butterfly.
going to run off the set here scared.
I'll be alright.
But because it is fake. It's a fake.
Scripted.
Yeah.
That's it. You have to say scripted. Like,
Scripted.
You're still getting hurt doing it. Like.
Fair,
But
fair.
That's the respect.
Because the moves are real.
Yeah. Like my neck's what from like that. Get this.
Oh, it's went away. Thank God. No, it's coming back.
I'll be alright. I'll go find somebody else. Like
Find someone else down the way. Don't come near me.
A beast on me like a year ago. First time from I was like 5 on that sore.
Oh, mate.
Don't want doing it again. Like. By the way.
Thank God. I've got stung. I remember the first time I ever got stung when I was young. I got stung 5 times that month.
Jesus
And
Christ.
same month, and it's never happened since.
You must have been attracted to them.
I don't know what was in my blood that year, like.
No, but back to that, like I would put up a front from that, like when I was doing the wrestling, and then for years people just thought I was King Costa, you know what I mean? Where I was like this really cocky dickhead, like.
Yeah.
And then doing the tang cultchie now, it's not really draining. Like I don't like wearing the outfit, like because stay at me on it, like. But no, like I just don't like it. But like my dad was like, "You look awful well in that, Darragh. You look powerful in that." And then like girls like. There's girls who are into that, like be popping up there, but
They would.
I do get like these days, like went from about 3 snaps a day, now about 700 there. Like. But you do get girls like it, like, but in my lives and stuff, with people asking me about like what's your favourite tractor and all, like, and we do it like with full farm, like, but I've never drove tractor or nothing, like, I've never done any of that, like, because I just don't want to, like, and I just don't have that full, and I like farming, like helping my dad out, like, but it's not my full passion, you know what I mean, like, so I do that. That's a bit draining with people, young ones asking you like stuff like that there, and I've actually been asked, am I going to Donegal Rally more than I've actually been asked my name in my life. I've been asked for about 6 months. I'm like, no, I'm not going. Like,
It's not my thing.
Yeah, like, because I went to Port Sunday and that was about it. Easter Sunday.
Port Sundays. We got Easter Sunday this
Yeah.
year. I didn't go, like, because I PTSD from last year. So I went last year and done like the interviews and all,
Yeah.
and it made banging content. Like cultchies were loving it. Really good questions, really good answers. But see that bumper to bumper when you're driving.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours just to get from one port to the next.
Yeah.
Nah.
I
And
thought-
Arsenal was playing Liverpool that day, and I thought, right, I'm going to book my tickets to London because I thought, right, if Arsenal beats Liverpool, we're going to win the league.
Right.
And we obviously drew. Great game, but we drew.
Yeah.
And then we ended up drawing the next 2 games, so we didn't lift the league.
I support Liverpool this year. You support Arsenal, do you?
I mean, big fan. Big fan. It wasn't our year. We were close. We were close.
I know you have to be happy with what you got.
We have to be.
You're getting sacked.
Yeah, I'm happy.
What
You have to
it's
be.
like thing with Arsenal is like they're so young still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Sorry, like,
they've Xhaka gone out, like, but
yeah, he's
be alright.
experienced and old, but I think we're getting good replacements and might get Rice. I think
Rice.
Rice is pretty much coming.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I've said on my other podcast, I'm not even the biggest fan of Rice, to be honest. I
Yeah.
don't think he's amazing. I think because he's
I have
English.
barely watched season this year because Liverpool were so bad. It
it's
actually depresses
awful,
me.
mate.
That.
But no, Rice, he's got a British passport, which means he's got English tax on him, so he's
Yeah.
going to be expensive. But I don't think he's an amazing player. Like,
No,
but I think he'll strengthen his stuff.
I like him, like, but I have barely watched West Ham this year, like, so I'm not gonna say.
They're not.
see
Great.
that
Well, they
pass.
won the flipping European Conference League.
Yeah, like, and he's a leader, like, but probably does need that big stage now, like, 'cause,
Yeah.
you know,
I think it'll be a good step for him.
yeah.
But is it going to win us the league? Probably not.
You don't know that.
Probably not.
What age is he? Like 24.
Yeah, maybe even younger than that.
See.
Maybe even.
That's all. Well, a lot of people don't like him here because he played for Republic of Ireland. Like
And he
And,
changed
like,
his nationality. I
I
think
don't-
Grealish is the same.
Grealish played for the underage
Aye.
like twice, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, cause like
Roy Keane still backs them.
Roy Keane still.
He backs them like.
It's just like, who cares what allegiance to play for? Like, cause like I'm all in GA and all that stuff, but sure, Ireland don't qualify for nothing, like, and neither Northern Ireland. Like, and I have an England jersey with Harry Kane on it. I'm just like, fuck up that. I get so much.
I hate that. I hate
I
Harry
get
Kane
so
as
much.
Spurs
Well,
man.
there you are. Like, I get so much grief for it, like, and it's just like I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I watch the Premier League 24/7. You know what I mean? And all the players are English. I know all the players, and like I've seen them from they were literally 17 or 18, and I should support them more than any other team in the World Cup. Like, you know, I've no allegiances to anyone else. Like if
No.
Scotland, Wales, or anything, I like them too because we're all the same nation. Like, but like if Ireland's in it, I'm supporting them. If Northern Ireland's in it, I'm supporting them. But they're not in it. Like,
No.
but people,
hopefully they get in it so I can get away.
Yeah, very hard. Like, see, you the ties, like, but I just don't have them allegiances that other people from where I'm from have. Like, I just don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like I just watch football. I watch sport. I watch. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter nationality or anything. I was the same. I wore an England top when I was young, really young. I had the one. It was the England top with the red like England flag, sort of there on the shoulder, and I had David Beckham, number 7, at the back.
Yeah.
Like he was obviously, I know he played for Man United, but whenever he went to Real Madrid, even when he was at United, I was still a big admirer of him. But Thierry Henry was my guy. Like I have so many Arsenal tops like Thierry Henry in the back, mate.
Yeah.
And like, loved him.
I see you're a bit older than me. You get that. You got that whole run of him.
I got that wee bit like Thierry Henry.
You got the Invincibles and all that.
Aye.
I barely remember. I actually don't remember it all. I don't remember Liverpool win the league in 2005 or win Champions League in 2005. Don't remember it.
No. Oh flip! I remember. I can remember that day.
I can remember
fully.
I can remember them getting beat in 2007. I was in my full Xabi Alonso kit and they got beat like 3-1 or something in Athens in 2007.
That's right.
And I was like just getting in, like fully understanding football. Like my United would just win everything. Like, and then my dad was like, Liverpool in Champions League final. And I was like, sure, where's United? Like I don't understand. Like, and then they got stuff like, but like
the United and Chelsea final. I remember that as well.
That was on the
like, brilliant.
I loved it. Like,
one of the best matches I've ever watched.
My brothers all support United, like, but me and my dad support Liverpool. Like, but like I don't really have that rivalry where I hate clubs. You know what I mean?
I'm the same.
I hate Barcelona.
Spurs.
This is one that I do hate. This is the only one that I'm bitter at. I hate Barcelona and I hate Messi. Like I hate him. I'm actually that bad.
Speed will be loving you right now.
Listen, Costa CR7 is my Instagram. I love Ronaldo. And my Snapchat's Costa CR7, but like I hate
add him up.
No, don't add me up. Like, there's enough people that at me that, but like, love fucking children at me that. Say, hi, hello, what's the crack? Everyone has the wee. All the people that add me that is like they have the wee
an emoji thing.
Yeah, emoji. They've cow and they've a tractor, and I'm like, go away. Like, but I hate Messi. Like, just because I'm so biased to Ronaldo, that I can't even say Messi. Oh, he was good that game. I just can't.
Can't do it. He can't even acknowledge he won the World Cup and he's probably the GOAT now.
No, I just don't think he's the GOAT. Like, I just don't. I just can't.
Flip.
I don't know that at all. I'm
with you. I'm a Ronaldo fan, but it's hard to say he's not.
It's just that,
isn't it?
Like when I was younger, I still support Real Madrid, but I was super into them because like Liverpool, I always supported them, like, but they weren't winning anything and it was inconsistent, like. So I was just like followed Real Madrid and just loved them, like, and then Ronaldo was everything, and then I just loved him, like, and I just couldn't watch Messi and appreciate him. Like, I just hated him, like, you know, because I hated Barcelona so much. Like, I just thought Barcelona was I still think they're such a trend lord club. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're just like
people support them just for the crack.
Barcelona, like, I think all their fans are people who are like 5.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I just don't like them. Like, but that's just the way it is with me. I'm just like, I am openly. I know I'm biased. Like, I know I'm probably in the wrong, but like, I just can't change. Like,
can't do it, man. Can't do it.
I can't change. Like,
I've got a tattoo, mate. I always talk about this on the podcast as well. You've seen the Joker one, but I've got one on my leg called "Better at 70." Right. So it's just writing. So it's just better at 70, and it means I want to get older but get better. Because most times I look at people in life and they get older in life, but they get worse. It doesn't necessarily mean money or nothing like that. It means more like quality of their relationships and happiness in general. Yeah. Sort of that kind of thing. So that's what I live by. Me and my best mate have got the same tattoo. And that's a quote I literally see every day. I wake up every morning, I see it. I'm like, right, I need to get older and get better. I need to get better every single day. What quote do you live by?
Never give up. It was John Cena. That John Cena has it and everything. I dressed up as John Cena at the weekend going to the football. Like, but he's my like biggest idol. Like,
really? Did you like him in Fast and Furious?
I've seen him Fast 9. Haven't seen Fast 10 yet. Like, but I like him in Peacemaker. Like, ever see it in Suicide Squad. Yeah. But it's like a Fast and Furious at that stage. Like,
that was your favourite wrestler then, was it?
Yeah, he's my favourite ever. Like I literally would tell people I'm raised by him. You know what I mean? Like, he was just everything to me. Like, and still at this stage, like, he was in Liverpool there last week and I wasn't there. Like, but I think if I met him, I would die. Like, he's just everything to me. Like just the never give up attitude. Like, he always preached, and then like I did never give up. Like, even at my lowest, I was still like, I'm a star, I'm a star. That's kind of another one, like, with a real low confidence. There's a film, Boogie Nights, with Mark Wahlberg in it, and it's about porn in the 70s, like, and his quote in it is like, whenever he was feeling real low, he's like, I'm a star. And the film ends with just like, it's pretty gruesome. Like, the film ends him whipping the dick out, like, and just going, I'm a star, in the mirror, like. And it's this big fake, like, 14-inch dick, like, but like, he just goes, I'm a star. And then me and my mate James Rogers just would always go, I'm a star, like, and then you just say that to yourself, and then you just convince yourself, like, and it was just like, never give up mainly, like, but like, that is just it. And I think I really never ever have give up, you know. I've always been on the path, but like, the way you're saying bear at 70, like there was people, like, I'm 23, there was people my age, like, to think like, when they hit 16, leave school, and then never have fun ever again in their life. And I never feel that I grew up, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've grew up and I'm in uni, and I'm still doing something very sensible that way. Like, I'm in uni, and I help my dad, work with my dad, like, on the farm, and did music, made money from it, and done all that. But like, I don't, and I got my A levels and all, but I don't feel the need to act any different, like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like, stay funny, stay having fun, and then it just doesn't matter what age you are, do you know what I mean? Like, and that is staying better, because there's so many people that are just like, right, our life's in one lane now and never change it, and just,
that's me in a 9 to 5, that's me fucked.
That's me done, like. But there's even people then, like, they'll be like, oh, I'm not playing PlayStation. Like, there's a friend I have very close with, Niall Burden, like, and he played PlayStation all the time, and then as soon as he left school, just stopped playing it, just turned it off, like, and then just uses it for YouTube. And it's like, and he says he has no time. I'm like, nah, you're literally home at 5 o'clock and sleeping at 12.
I love this, mate, because I'm a fuck. Did he get a girlfriend by any chance?
No. By fucking.
See the boys that get a girl and then they're never online again.
Yeah. Well, his brother Michael Burden now. His brother, older brother, who's really close to me, like, I'm still one of my best mates, but never see him. He got a girlfriend last year, and he used
disappeared.
Just literally live with me. He used to live with me, basically, like, and then just never see him now, like, and it's just like, do you know that like we exist, like, because like I run about like there's a girl that I'm friends with, Sasha, like, and like I bring her into the group, like, she just runs about all of us, like, and like, that's the thing, the girl he goes out with, Kira, like, I know her very, very well, and I said this all to her. I was like, hey, you can run about us, you know, like, and he's just like, nah, she's scared of you, boys, like, and then I was like, no, she isn't, like, because she comes up to me and is all like, well, how you doing, like, but nah, like, I like having the mix of people in the group, like of like Cormac McComb, like, he films all, and Ben Matthews, the ginger boy, like, he's in the GAA videos.
He's the son that got all the awards.
He's the son got all the awards. He does all the GAA stuff for me, and then Connell, the big tall one with the hair, he's a bit hair like you, but he wears a hat all the time because he's embarrassed of his curly hair, like.
Oh, he should own it.
For some reason, like, I don't know why, we all have curly hair. He's my cousin, but like, he's in all the tang cultchie videos, and then like, they all kind of keep me inspired to keep pushing videos, and then we have cool. Like, the girl Sasha hadn't been there videos. It was I run about with friends, so like, she's going to uni to do acting, like, and like, I really latch on to that, and I really, really want her to do well. So like, she kind of, I've heard, like, them guys to keep pushing me to make videos, and then I've heard on the serious side to be like, she's actually going to be an artist, like, and I tell her, like, you're going to be a star, like, you know what I mean? She's the singing and the acting, and that pushes me more. Do you know what I mean? To be like, have someone in my crew that actually does that, in my cult, as I say it, like, that does that, and have that around me. I think it's really good to have that. I've never had a better group of people around me in my life, you know, and I've never been happier in my life the last few months, you know what I mean?
That's class.
To have this group of people, and you don't know that when you're younger. So life does get better, like, for, like, only really raising it now as it comes out of my mouth. You know what I mean? For being so depressed for so long, and having these suicidal thoughts and negative thoughts, and like, this is never going to get better. To being able to stand back and say, like, this, ever since I started TikTok, like, it's been the best few months of my life, do you know what I mean? Like, and to have that group of people that are supporting everything I do and pushing me to be better, and I push them to be better, you know. Yeah. Like, I'll do anything for them, guys, you know what I mean? Like spend them about, do anything, give them money if they want, and anything, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing, you know, and it's just good to have that. Like, so I feel like now I'm getting better now. I'm 23, only turned 23.
So young, man.
But I know, that's what I mean, though.
So
but
young.
Like, people be looking at me and be like, you're 23, fucking go get a hip surgery, like. I'm like, no, I'm young. I know I'm young. I'm young.
So young, man.
But yeah, from listening to podcasts and listening, I started listening to podcasts when I was 17, like Joe Rogan, like, and Theo Vaughn and all that, and like, they preached how young they were, and I was like, oh yeah, actually I'm that young, like. I remember I repeated a year in school, and people told me when I was 17 in school, people ask me, was I 22? I thought I was 22 because of the beard. I just looked exactly like this. And then I was like, yeah. So everyone always thought I was 5 years older than I am. Like, so now that I'm 23, people think I'm 28. So people just thought I was way older. Like.
Yeah.
So they made me feel really old. I remember turning 19, like, and I was like, I am near dead. You know what I mean? It felt so old and disgusting. Like, but no, I think that age shit's not real. Like, I really do think that. Like, I think it's like the more birthdays you go, and you've had a few more birthdays than me. Not being cheeky, like, but like, you just get the birthday and you just celebrate it, and then it's like, right, that's just life. You know, people make it into a bigger thing than it is.
It's so true, and it's because people put like an age limit on certain things. Like maybe they need kids by that age. I need to be married by that age. I need to be 25 and married, or I'm not happy. Or if I don't have kids when I'm 26, I'm going to be 50, and my kids are going to be so young. And how am I going to cope? And they just put this age barrier on everything, like. And especially when you get to my age, I sound like I'm flipping old here, but because you do, like, I'm slipping into the late 20s now.
Yeah.
I'll be 27 in November here,
right.
And it's like, right, kids, marriage, career. Where's my career going? Am I happy?
Yeah.
Am I in a position in life where I can even have a kid? Like all that, mate, comes factored in, and you're like, whoa, I feel 18. Why am I even like having to think about this? But you have to face it, but you don't want to, like.
Well, when I was 21, it was that pandemic hit, and then I was left school because of the pandemic. Like, we finished school, I didn't get finishing it off, so I missed that. Like, but I don't know. That's why I said, like, I started this. I live in the moment. Like, guys ask me plans, what am I doing in 5 years, and I don't know. I don't even want to say. I don't want to set goals. I just want to keep doing well. I want 30k by Friday. But that's the only thing. I wouldn't mind getting 30k by Friday, but that's the only thing. Like, and my main goal now is trying to get wrestling again. I don't set long term.
Get that wrestling match going. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, like,
we'll
do a rumble, like a Royal Rumble, 30 buys over the top rope, and you don't even really need to know how to wrestle. Like, you know, get all the influence and buys and that, like, and that would be really good. Like, but I know how to wrestle, like, but like everyone else doesn't need to know how. Like, but it's just,
you can win it then. You can win the Royal Rumble.
I already am the overall champion of it, like, but I never won a Rumble now because I'm that big. Like, my feet hit the ground immediately. Like, buys told me last time we done the Rumble, I came in the Rumble, eliminated 2 buys, and then just got chucked clean over in 11 seconds. I think I was in it, like, and the whole crowd died. They were like, "Oh my god!" Like, he just got beat. Like, but I don't win all the time. You know what I mean? Like, but nah, that's the main thing. Is just I just have short term goals. I don't try and make long term ones because I did when I was younger. I thought I was going to be famous by the time I was 19. I thought I was going to be a big rapper by the time I was 19. Hit 19. It didn't happen for me, like, because I just was so stop-start at it, like, and it just never happened. Then I was like, how the fuck? I was like, oh my god, that failed. Like, but 23 now, I'm doing well with TikTok and acting, and I couldn't be in a better place. Like, really couldn't. Like, and that's just, you just don't know what life has in store for you. Like.
Yeah. Great answer, my man. I want to ask you a question from the conversation card pack.
Right.
From the Stephen Bartlett Diary of CEO. This one's from Fern Cotton.
Right.
Who CEO of Happy Place Self Care.
Former Radio 1 host when I was like 9.
Yeah. Her question for you, Fern wants to ask you, how could you be more authentically you?
I really don't think I could be. Like, I think I've always tried to be so real and so open with people. I don't think I could be. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Maybe, like, I don't know. Be topless more. Like really, truly, and honestly, like, I don't. I've always tried to be really real from I was like 14 or 15. Like, I'll tell anybody anything. Like, you know, and I did that with my videos and stuff on my Snapchat, and then I thought people knew too much about me. Like, and that's when I went to Liverpool. Maybe being out more with people in Liverpool would probably be me being more authentic. I actually enjoying uni life. Oh, I do enjoy it, but actually embracing uni life and going out more, and, you know, being a bit less lazy around the house and just going and meeting people more would probably be my thing. Like, but in terms of personality wise, I don't think I could be more authentic. Like, you know, I tell people how it is and I fuck them off, and I'm not very rarely. Like, I'm very nice to people. Like, but I've mastered that over the years, like, of just being like, you know, life is just life, like, you know, and it is my story to tell, like, so I'm gonna tell it, like, you know what I mean, like. So I think that's it, really. I think that's it, like, just.
It's a good answer. It's a tough question, man. Like, especially on the spot.
Yeah.
Is that even, you know, if I had to sit and think about it, it's like, well, like how can you be more authentic to yourself? Like how can you be more of that? It's a tough one. You really have to dig and like look at yourself and go, what can I do more that I'm not doing, or something I'm not doing? How can I do it?
Yeah, but at this stage, like I still don't know, like what I really do love. You know what I mean? Like I love doing well on TikTok, and I love like going to cinema, and I love watching wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
But like that's just my own thing. You know, I love being close with people. I love having like people in my life, like I said, like that. But I've only really come into that, like, so I haven't experienced the rest of it. Like, but
Yeah.
I've always said to people, like, I'm the realest I can possibly be. Like, I'm too real. Like, you know,
Yeah.
trying to tell everybody anything they want to know, helping everybody out. Like, and then a whole lot of people don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like even small things, like I don't know, like even Snapchat, like people like our messages, like try and get back to them real quick. You know what I mean? Like even like stuff like that there, like and sometimes I'm really bad at it because I get a load, but like even doing small things like that, I think is being authentic and showing support to people. Like I love people coming up to me and stuff, and I'm really real to them. Like, and I'll tell anybody anything they want to know, any questions. Like, now you probably had this question yourself too. Every fucking time I'm on a night out, people be like, every fella is like, do you make much money from TikTok? Like, shut the fuck. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, aye. No, you know what I get? You don't have any Northern Ireland tickets and get me. I'm like, you don't even know me, fam. Shut up.
Exactly that. It's just like, yeah, like how much money do you make from it? And I'm like, who cares? Like, I'm just like, not your business. Like, that's one thing I don't really tell people. Like, try and because I just don't think money really matters. Like I do think money matters, but I always say money isn't real. Like I've always said that for years, because it's like, I think I value experiences with people more these days than going out and doing things like I'm going to the weekend at the end of the month, like, and to see him in Marty Park, like,
That'll be good.
and the ticket was £100, and I was like buying it at the time. There was £100, and I was like, as soon as I bought it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to see it. Like, don't even think of money, like, because it's an experience now. Like, one of my favourite artists ever, and like, it's just going to be lethal. Like, and I don't worry about the money then. Like, and it's just about experiences and conversations and running about with people, like things I really look forward to. That.
Yeah, great answer, man. It's been really good chatting to you. Really good to get to know Darragh as well.
I've enjoyed it. That.
It's been good. It's been real talk here on the podcast as always. Make sure you follow him. What's the handle on TikTok and Instagram?
Vote for Costa.
Vote for
I don't know
Costa.
why it's still vote for Costa, but still.
Vote.
I actually do know, right? It's vote number 4 Costa. Vote for Costa. Because remember there was an election last year. And some guy put an SDLP video up that. And I was like, it was like, vote for me, and I was like, no, vote for Costa. And then it just stayed that way. You ever seen Napoleon Dynamite? Like,
no.
And it's like, vote for Pedro on it. Like, it's this thing, like, and that's where it came from. It was vote for Pedro.
Vote for Pedro. Vote for Costa. Yeah. Vote for him when he's nominated for an Oscar. Yeah. Whenever the big man's hit it with the acting.
If it doesn't go to acting, I'll just be a counsellor. Like.
Therapist, journalist, wrestler. The man is everything you want. So follow him, check him out for more videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.